Eye Center introduces the all-new 3D WOW LASIK exam, the most advanced technology in the field of LASIK surgery. Dr. Menger will measure your eyes in 3D for the best crystal clear vision. And I'll give you a 3D LASIK exam to you and the first 14 callers only. So stand by, phone number is coming, so get your phone ready to dial. This new 3D LASIK exam and procedure are for people who are nearsighted, farsighted, you need reading glasses, or you have astigmatism. And Dr. Menger does 3D LASIK to give you the best vision. It's like comparing regular TV to high-definition TV. And it'll give most people better vision than what they have now with glasses or contacts. I'll give you a free 3D LASIK exam if you're one of the first 14 callers. Call 866-755-4444. 866-755-4444. 866-755-4444.
Hey, do you want to play house? How about we play office instead? We can discuss ideal tax strategies, forecast next month's actuals, and work on a quarterly board report.
Armanino's wickedly smart people have grown up with an enthusiasm for improving business. As one of the nation's top accounting and consulting firms, we provide innovative solutions that take your company to places you've only imagined. Learn more at armaninollp.com.
I know, let's have a tea party. Can we reschedule? I have to close the books on this M&A deal. Huh?
Broadcasting live from the Southern California BMW newsroom. Visit SoCalBMW.com today for exceptional lease and finance offers. KMX 1070 AM HD, AM HD2, Los Angeles. KMX 1070 News Radio.
Coming up to our top local story, LA City attorney going after ivory sellers dealing in protected rhino and elephant tusks. The Tuna Canyon fire has a small outburst. A reminder, it's not fully contained quite yet. These stories plus traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. KNX In Depth follows CBS News. It's 1 o'clock.
CBS News. I'm Dave Barrett. Hurricane force winds whipping Puerto Rico this afternoon. Lots of rain is coming down. Skyping from San Juan, the BBC's Laura Bicker.
Already people have left low-lying and coastal areas worried about their homes flooding. Women and children setting up beds there for the night.
Also in the Caribbean, 2 deaths reported on St. Martin and on St. Bart's. Top sustained winds from Category 5 Hurricane Irma, 185. Stateside, Senator Marco Rubio.
Going to deeply impact some part of Florida, large parts of Florida potentially, no matter what direction this takes over the next few hours. We're going to feel it. Get ready.
They are in Key West, putting up plywood to protect structures. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez.
We have seen people start to evacuate. These are people who had lived through other hurricanes, who said, given the path and just how wide Irma is, and given what happened in Texas, they weren't going to take any chances this time.
In Wedgefield, Florida, southeast of Orlando, some well-made plans are in jeopardy. Irma is an uninvited guest for Pam Turner, who told CBS's Peter King.
We've got actually a wedding, so we got 9 family members that are going to be coming to the house right afterwards.
When is the wedding supposed to be?
Sunday.
Still going to happen?
We're going to try.
A state of emergency now in effect for all of South Carolina and for 6 coastal counties in Georgia. It's worth $7.8 billion, a Hurricane Harvey relief package that passed the House today. CBS's Stephen Portnoy says there's something else in that bill.
Top Democrats proposed adding a 3-month extension of the debt ceiling to a bill providing relief for Hurricane Harvey victims. House Speaker Paul Ryan said of that suggestion,
I think that's ridiculous and disgraceful.
but at the White House an hour later, President Trump got behind the idea. He also agreed to fund government agencies through December 15th. GOP leaders say they'll go along. But Nebraska Republican Senator Ben Sasse was likely speaking for more than a few of his colleagues when he said in a statement, the Pelosi-Schumer-Trump deal is bad. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
Across this country, there's demographic change. Details now from CBS's Bill Rakoff.
The Public Religion Research Institute says the number of Americans who identify as white Christians is now at 43% compared to 80% 40 years ago. The survey says the drop cuts across all denominations from Catholic to Protestant. Attitudes about faith are contributing to that drop. But if you take Latinos and African Americans into consideration, the number of overall Christians in the U.S. counts to about 70% of all Americans.
Checking Wall Street at the close, the Dow is up 54 points at 21,807. NASDAQ is up now 17 points, and the S&P is plus 7. This is CBS News.
And this is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Chris Stevens. KNX in Depth coming up in just a moment, but first our top local stories at 103. What's being called landmark criminal cases. Los Angeles City Attorney's Office is going after alleged sellers of ivory.
They're said to be the first cases filed under a new state law that prohibits any sale of ivory products in California. In one case, a search warrant was issued for a store's 50,000 square foot warehouse where ivory products were being stored along with various species of mounted birds and a mountain lion, which is also illegal for sale in the state.
These items were offered for sale from between $4,500 and $30,000.
LA City Attorney Mike Fewer there. Chief David Bess is with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
It's been proven that poached wildlife that is trafficked is directly linked to terrorist organizations.
Each alleged violation carries a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail and $40,000 in penalties. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Pickup truck tailgate thefts are on the rise in Burbank. Police say at least 6 have been reported in the last 10 days. The majority of the tailgates were stolen from Toyota trucks model years 2011 through 2014, and it's not just a nuisance for those truck owners, it's expensive as well. Replacing a tailgate can cost upwards of $3,000. Firefighters got a reminder that they're still out of the woods with the Latuna Canyon fire, a quarter-acre spot fire flaring up late last night in the Wildwood Canyon area of Burbank. The crews were able to get on top of it and put it out rather quickly. The latest numbers, but the fire at nearly 7,200 acres and 80% containment. 10 injuries have been reported. That's 2 more than before. 211 firefighters remain on the scene. Members of the Service Employees International Union Local 721 have begun the first day of their planned 2-day walkout against Riverside County. They're rallying over the Riverside County at the Riverside County Convention Center to protest a breakdown in labor negotiations with the county. KNX in Depth coming up in 2 minutes. Right now it's 105. We hit the freeways. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5. Here again, Tom Tran.
Got a new crash on the southbound side of the 110 near Stadium Way. 2 vehicles involved in this one. This is adding to the slowdowns trying to get downtown. It's not too bad. It's busy from just before Stadium Way down past the 4 level. Once you get to 3rd Street, that 110 southbound looks pretty good. All the way down into San Pedro with just a pinch of slowing over near Vermont, or Vernon Avenue, I should say. The northbound side of the 110 still busy from Vernon Avenue right up towards the 4 level. 405 going southbound had this crash down near the 90. That's keeping things busy out of the west side. It slows back at Santa Monica Boulevard down towards the 90. The northbound side, although busy, better than it is most days. It is on and off the brake pedal from Florence Avenue right up towards the Santa Monica Freeway. Over on the 101 going eastbound, got a crash near Laurel Canyon. That's got traffic backed up from before Coldwater over towards the 170 eastbound side of the westbound side of the 134. Had a crash right around Lancashire. Looks like that's clearing up. Traffic is recovering out of Burbank. It's a little busy from Lancashire to the 170. Your next reports, 1:15. I'm Tom Tran. More traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Sunny highs today, upper 70s getting to the lower 80s at the beaches, upper 80s for Los Angeles and Orange County metro areas, and 90s for the most part in the valleys. Could be up to 100 degrees in the Antelope Valley. Overnight lows tonight in the 60s. Right now it is 82 degrees in downtown Los Angeles at 106.
This is KNX In Depth, an hour each day when we dig deeper, ask more questions, tell you how the major stories of the day impact you. Sponsored by your Southern California BMW Centers, Mike Simpson, along with Charles Feldman.
A Category 5 hurricane is at the top of the scale. They are the biggest, baddest, meanest, downright nastiest storms this planet can produce. But Hurricane Irma, while a Category 5, is what some are now calling an extreme Category 5 hurricane. And it is crashing into the Caribbean. Has Puerto Rico in its sights, Florida could be on the hit list. So we will go in depth with those who may leave and those riding out this monster storm. And later, Ruby chocolate. What is it? Is it new? Is it real? Is it even chocolate? We'll try to melt away fact from fiction.
After that, we're going to get an idea of what's in store for DACA recipients who do get kicked out of the U.S., the problems other returnees have had when they went back to Mexico, and then the Russia investigation back in high gear, 3 House and Senate committees lining up their testimony.
We begin with Hurricane Irma, which is starting to batter Puerto Rico. It's too late to get out, so some people will be riding out this storm in hotels. We talked with Rosalind, who works at one of the big hotels in San Juan, about how they are getting ready.
Well, basically, we're just trying to stay safe and just trying to handle the situation so our guests won't be like panic and stuff. We're feeling like a lot of wind, but still the very hard stuff is not happening right now. It's supposed to be starting like at 7. That's when the hurricane is gonna pass. started, so we're just kind of waiting, staying safe inside of the hotel, trying to not go out. Everything is closed. The restaurants are closed. Fast foods are closed. So basically, we're just being here.
How big of a hotel is this, and what about the guests? Have they all left?
Well, we have 6 floors, 149 rooms specifically, and they come a lot and ask, what about it, what have we heard, but they're under control.
So people have stayed. I mean, they didn't catch flights out when they knew this was coming.
A lot of flights are being canceled, yeah. A lot of people that was supposed to check out today, their flights got canceled, so they had to stay for a couple more of days.
What do you tell them when they come down and they're a little nervous, I imagine?
We always try to just stay calm so they can see us calm, and we can transmit that to them, and just basically we're here for each other. We're all together in this, so I think everything will just be fine.
Now, you said you were brought up in Puerto Rico, so you've gone through, I suspect, hurricanes before.
Yeah, I was on the George one. I was very little, actually, because I'm 23 years old, but yeah, I have been in hurricanes before.
But this one is supposed to be a monster, so do you have any particular concerns?
Well, basically, the lights, I don't know if everything of that is going to be affected. How many months could we be without lights? That's what really worries me the most.
Yeah, and we've been reading a little bit about that the power grid has had problems because there had been a recession and it wasn't kept up the way it should have been, and people are actually nervous that those lights and electricity could be out for days, if not weeks.
Yeah, that's what basically everyone is worrying about. We just don't want to be without light months, or that could affect us a lot.
Is your hotel by or near the water?
Well, we actually are near the bay, yes, that's correct. We are basically surrounded by water, that's correct.
So if you can just very briefly be as descriptive as you'd like to be, and tell us, when you look out the window or the door there, what does it look like now?
Well, basically, it's very cloudy. We have palms all around the hotel, and they're like shaking a lot, and it seems very windy. It's not raining right now very hard, but it was raining a lot. It just stopped. Now it's a lot of wind.
What did you hear from the police?
Sit there, maybe.
gonna be hot. You want burger? You want burger? Maybe one burger?
Heading into downtown, and this one just before. Westbound, that's gone as well. Still busy from La Brea over towards National, and now the eastbound side of the 10. Got a crash just past Bundy. That's got traffic jammed up from Cloverfield over towards the 405. American Vision Windows end of summer sale lets you pick your savings. Choose any two offers and save up to $2,200 on brand new windows. Call today, 888-363-8181. Your next report, 1225. I'm Tom Brand. More traffic reports more off the KNX 1070 News Radio. You're listening to KNX in Dallas with Mike Simpson. I'm Charles Felton.
As we continue our discussion about Hurricane Irma, a reminder coming up, we're going to be talking about what a Swiss company says is a new type of chocolate. And then after news and traffic at the bottom of the hour, we're going to hear from an expert about what DACA recipients might expect in Mexico if they do end up getting kicked out of the U.S.
Can't wait for the chocolate thing. Right now, though, we talked in our last segment about how they are getting ready in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Irma. After that, the storm could hit Florida. People in the Florida Keys paying close attention to exactly where the storm will be going, deciding whether they will ride it out or get out.
We have two guests, both of them longtime residents, and both still deciding what they're going to do. Captain Randy Toe owns a recreational fishing business, and Pat Finnegan, whose brother works with us here at KNX, just bought a house in the Keys. Captain, let's start with you. You've been through other hurricanes, but you might not stay for this one. What's different?
You know, guys, a Category 5 storm out in the Atlantic, as far as it is now, coming across all that open water, it's very hot. It's probably not going to slow down too much. If we're taking it real serious, we're all hoping for that hard right turn that will keep it offshore of South Florida in the Keys, but there's no guarantees when that's going to happen.
Pat Finnegan, Mike and I were talking that your brother chose earthquake territory. You're in hurricane territory. It's a good thing you guys are in the real estate development. Are you sorry you bought this new home in the Keys?
Oh, absolutely not. No. We knew what we were getting ourselves into.
So,
but this is no joke of a storm, you know. So, we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna see tomorrow morning which way it goes, I guess, and either leave or stay. We're prepared to do both, but we're not gonna hang out for a 5 or 4. That's just not smart, you know.
Yeah, clock is kind of ticking though, because you don't want to leave too late. With everyone on the road, you wouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah, like I said, like 4 in the morning, we'll probably make a call if I get off work.
Hey, Captain Toe, am I right that if you leave the Keys until the storm leaves, you then can't go back? Is that the way it works?
Correct. Once they issue a mandatory evacuation for residents, and you leave, if the storm does again, if you want to come back, you can't come back. So that's the people now, that's a lot of people.
Can I get 2 regular hamburgers? A small, a senior coffee, creamy, 3 cream tea sugars. Yes. And also, can I get a plain hamburger patty? Yeah, for my dog. Yeah. Perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Have you been through major hurricanes or any hurricanes before?
Been through a few.
Hello, just give me 1 second.
That was flooded most of the island, so that's another thing to worry about besides the end. After the storm's gone, it's surging up.
Describe what that's like. It just washes over everything.
Yeah, it comes up and
Hey, so is your coffee, 2 hamburgers, and a meat on the side?
For the dog. It's pretty smart. Usually, when I do that, they don't know what I'm talking about. It's pretty cool. She likes McDonald's burgers.
Have a nice day.
The people there are treating differently, perhaps with more respect?
I think so. Go ahead, man. No, it seems like people are taking it pretty seriously.
Uh-oh.
Everybody was talking about this storm.
Uh-oh.
The Hurricane Andrew, which came through Miami, Homestead area at Category 5. If you saw it firsthand and you were there, you felt it, you know what you need to look. Pictures, videos, they don't need justice. But the people that have been through it, they don't want to ever go through it again. They're the ones that know better and stand on their feet. And unfortunately, there's some of these people that are going to talk about it. Absolutely.
All right. They're going to figure out what they're going to do. That's Pat Finnegan, whose brother works with us here at KNX, and you just heard Captain Randy Toe there on the fishing business in Florida.
And it's a big decision because, as I said, if you leave, you can't come back until the storm passes and until it's all over. So, big decision tonight. Reminder, you can hear a repeat of this program.
Thank you.
Bam.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
A Swiss company says it has created ruby chocolate that is pink. We have a lot of market. Okay, well, we have a lot of questions. We have a lot of
You go there.